Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Gold, as you all know. And I welcome to Kokwe Radio and Television Station where they give a back to back. As they hot, as they suburban, as they drop them, as they drop them for update. Alright, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do as quickly as possible. Make it do and sharply. Make it for take the hair some amebo from our end here as the suburban. It's okay. Still on this Wike and Semi Fubara issue for River State. It don't come to our hearing this morning or this day that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has invited the two of them, the ex-governor and the present governor of River State, to Aso Rock for peaceful settlement. All right, most of us will be asking ourselves, what is the main genesis of this whole argument? It's very important that I play out this wonderful video that give a clarification of the genesis of this problem, the basic foundation of this whole battle, as ex-governor Wike, which is the FCT minister, demanded for 25% of the allocation given to River State.
I must tell you something that let's agree on this first. Before we consider whether his situation is self-inflicted, let's ask ourselves, what led to this whole crisis in River State today? Because even if I have an agreement with you prior to me becoming elected and all that, and at some point, you're not even allowing me breathe, you're suffocating me at the point I will revolt. It's a natural thing. People will revolt for survival. Let's look at the situation that led to this entire issue. First of all, Governor Wike demanded 25% of River State allocation. Seem even from the rumors we hear about, seem even offered to give 10% of River State allocation. This is what is happening in our state. Not just that, we had a situation where he appointed almost all the commissioners, appointed SS for the man, appointed a chief security officer. Come on, these are personal things that should be of concern to the governor. These are things that should make him revolt. And when you see a situation where even the commissioners nominated by Wike as against those of them nominated by Sim, you see those ones disrespecting the governor of River State. And you expect him not to revolt, to still stick to an agreement before the elections? No, naturally everybody will revolt. Let's look at what happened with the Songhai farm. Why is Wike angry that Sim is trying to restore the Songhai farm in River State? When he killed Songhai farm that actually created employment for Rivers people? Because Sim wants to revive it, it's part of the problems he's having with Sim. And when you look at all these issues, you now ask yourself and tell yourself, should I obey the agreement we had before I became governor, or there is a need to liberate Rivers people? Because let's be honest. If Sim continues with the agenda Wike has for River State, trust me, River State will not make progress. Wike took River State 10 years. 10 years backward with all the things he did in River State for 8 years. He took River State 10 years backward. That River State today cannot even compete with states like Lagos State. Before we were competing with Lagos State, at least at some level. But today everybody in River State, it's running away from River State, looking for greener pasture elsewhere. River State used to be a place where people return to. And you expect the man to continue to fold his hands and watch these things happen? Now, let me also shock you that out of the 5 billion palliative money that was sent to River State, we can demanded for 2 billion from it. And when we look at all these things, you will not ask him to fold his hands, watch these things happen to Rivers people. Sim also has conscience. And that is why some of us commend his move.
All right. The truth of the matter is, it is until we stop this godfatherism in the system of politics before Nigeria himself can be balanced. Because when you have a godfather who appointed you as a solicitor, or who say, okay, come take after me, you understand? And if demanded for a particular percentage from me, is the most you must do. You know why? If you are not a man or a person of conscience like Fubara, you will dance to the tune of your godfather. Because Fubara has a conscience, and that was the reason why he refused to give to the ex-governor Wike, the FCT minister, the demand, even though he agreed to give him 10% of the allocation of River State. All right, This is Royal Highness also who are speaking expressively on this matter. He gave he shed a light even to the deeper side of this matter.
Well, thank you very much. I don't need to disagree with him. I need to agree that there should be peace and matters should be resolved. But yesterday was like a liberation for River State. God himself liberated River State yesterday. The people of River State vehemently condemn the action of the former governor and his cohorts. What they did yesterday is what we call a mutiny or perfidy or coup. They plotted a coup against the people of River State. They plotted a coup against the governor. And it is very sad that this is a governor brought by the former governor himself. And so the people of River State are happy in the sense that the former governor was like a lame dog, the governor. The present governor was a lame dog governor, while the former governor still preside over the affairs of River State. The governor decide who should come to government house. The former governor decide who should come and who should not come. And today, we have all seen that peace will come, but then the governor should take charge of his government. A situation where you're a governor, somebody decide how you manage the resources of the state, having served for his own tenure. Somebody would be the one to cook the food, somebody would be the one to share it. That process is not allowed by our Constitution. The Constitution empowers the present governor to run the affairs of the state. The governor has no say in the past. The former governor is the one who decides what happens with the fake money. The former governor is the one who decides what happens with the internally generated revenue. The former governor will tell the governor not to travel. The governor must take permission from the former governor for every step. And this boy has been so loyal and has been doing everything the man asks him to do. A situation where you appoint 16 commissioners, the present governor can only nominate one, while the former governor will appoint 15. It's not done in any society. A situation where you have more than 17 advisors and all of them were decided by the former governor. A situation where the former governor decides who becomes the speaker, who becomes the majority leader, and who are the officers of the house. A situation where the former governor will decide who should be the CSO or who should do the security aid to the governor. The governor was caged. And to an extent, the state was caged because whatever the former governor wants is what happens. The former governor controls Abuja, and he also wants to control River State. And the present governor asked just a few things. Allow me to run the government. I am the one elected. Even though you supported me, even though you brought me, let me run the government. And they say no. And before now, some of us have asked this governor, the former governor, to let the governor be, the present governor be. Let him be the one to run the state. But it went into a deaf ear, and the former governor don't want to hear that. And when they saw that the boy was now resisting, he decided to threaten with impeachment. And that impeachment, we thank God, it did not succeed. He knows how he twist the assembly members, but by the grace of God, they realized themselves within few hours and impeached the speaker and some of the other house officers and elected the former majority leader as a speaker. That is a good development for the state. We also be grateful to God that the governor is realizing himself and at least he has been able to dissolve the executive council. I will appeal that this time he will appoint people of impeccable character and people who have the state at heart, not people who take directives from other people. I think the security attacked him yesterday, and the attack on the governor is an attack on the state. When you pour water on the governor, you pour water on the state. When you shoot at the governor, you shoot at the state. But these are preliminaries when you talk of mutiny. Anytime there's mutiny, the usual thing happens. And Rivers people are willing to support the governor, and that was why they came in their numbers to say no. And so we are happy that we are getting a new development. We are not against him reconciling with Wike or anybody, but he must take charge of the government of Rivers State. He must decide what happens to the government of Rivers State, because he will be accountable. He will be held accountable after his tenure or even within his tenure. And we hope the former governor will realize himself quickly, because he has brought the karma upon himself. You know what happens between him and his predecessor? And this boy was trying to avoid it, but he refused. He has brought the karma upon himself by trying to forcefully remove the elected governor. So we are happy, we have gotten independence, the governor has gotten independence, and we move on. And we believe that this governor will do better, because you cannot out-twist him. You have, before you leave office, you have given contract that he will be paying for the next 3 years. So he will not have time to say, that is my project. Tomorrow they will say you are the only best governor, and he's not a governor, he did nothing. Right. But God has liberated him, God has liberated the state, and we believe the present governor will look at the errors of the former governor and develop the state in a way that everybody will be happy.
All right, the truth of the matter remains that Wike wants to be controlling FCT, at the same time Rivers State. There are patterns in politics that can never work. In some state or in some area of the politics, you are FCT minister. You have not even handed over portfolio to you. You have not given your scheme of work in FCT. Yet you are putting they took eye. If they open your eye like Okpolo to Rivers State as because you be ex-governor. And I bet it with us that the same way this fight is happening between Sim Fubara and Wike, so also it's going to happen in Kogi State shortly, because there's a level you will push somebody you are putting to sit to, who has the mindset of the people in his heart, who is more concerned about the citizen, about the people of the state. He will turn it back against you. Trust me. And that is what is happening. Let us stop this fatherism, godfatherism, and in the system of politics. If not, Nigeria, go better. I don't talk my own, and I don't put it in my mouth. Bye.